Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great diesel Class A value from Parkway RV Center. I'm about to show you a beautiful coach today, folks. Beautiful coach. This thing was over $300,000 new in 2008. Here it is for way less than half that with only 54,000 miles. This is a 2008 Itasca Horizon by Winnebago. This is the model number 40 TD. It's got two big slide outs, and when I say two big slide outs, if you measured both slide outs together, there's more space in those two slide outs than most coaches have with quad slides or four slides. Beautiful full body paint. This thing was ordered with no expense spared, and this thing was quite a bit more than $301 because it was ordered with a lot of extra options. I want to go over it with you the best I can, show you everything I can. This only has 54,000 miles. It's 40 feet long. Built on the very, very desirable Maxim chassis. And the Maxim chassis is exclusively for Winnebago products. It's built by Freightliner, but it was designed by Winnebago engineers just for their products. And what it is, it's the first year it was available. Most of you have heard me say raised rail chassis. Well, this is a lowered rail chassis. So what it is, it allows you to put the storage compartments on top of the chassis instead of having the storage compartments underneath the chassis like a raised rail, then the rest of the body built on the other side of the chassis. What this benefits you as is it gives you up to 220 cubic feet of exterior storage. It allows a very incredible 60-degree turning radius on your front wheels. That's the best out there, folks. And everything's above the chassis. It's got the optional outside entertainment center, TV, stereo, a full belly with slide outs, and I've got pictures of all that if you want to look at the pictures on the ad, because I've got a lot of stuff to go on here. Got a power awning. Got the slide out toppers, all fiberglass roof. You know, I own a Winnebago myself, folks, and these things are incredibly built. They're the only RV manufacturer that actually builds 80% of their own parts in-house. So this allows you to get a part for your Winnebago no matter how old it is. They carry parts all the way back to 1968 models. And they are one of the pioneering brands in the RV industry, one of the best known brands in the RV industry. And this is one of their flagship models right here, the 40 TD Itasca Horizon. Got exclusively for Winnebago products, central heat and air, just like you have in a house. You don't have those air conditioners on the roof. You've got a central unit built into the belly, so you're going to get better fuel mileage, less wind resistance, and you've got one unit to keep up with instead of two. Plus it doubles as an electric heat pump as well. 22.5-inch alloy wheels and tires. Michelin tires, of course. I mean, this kind of person that bought this thing new is only going to put Michelins on it. Double power steps, HWH hydraulic slide outs. Winnebago's also one of the only brands that has their own in-house frame shop. So instead of purchasing aftermarket frames like most other brands do, in other words, you'll have the exact same frame on a Fleetwood as you do a Coachman or a Forest River. Winnebago actually builds their own aluminum and steel frames for the RVs, and they're built exclusively for that RV, like this frame on this one. It's built for a 40 TD Horizon, not a 40-foot Fleetwood and a Coachman and everything else. This is built exclusively for this particular make and model, designed and engineered to be as strong as possible for this particular floor plan. And you can see this thing's got huge slide outs. The paint's perfect. I mean, this is a nice motorhome, folks. And I know this is a little higher up than we normally sell, but when you look online at what these 08 Horizons are bringing, compare it to this one and look at the NADA, it'll scare you, folks. And there's nothing wrong with this coach. This is a nice RV. Got an 8 kW Awning diesel generator, 370 hours on it that runs perfectly. 50 amp service. I mean, this thing got the side-mounted radiators, so you're not throwing up stuff on top of the on your tow car. 10,000 pound hitch. Huge 8.9 liter, 425 horsepower Cummins diesel. I mean, this thing's a hot rod, folks. I mean, it'll tow whatever you want to tow behind it. It's going to handle mountains, You're going to be able to pull out on the interstate and keep up with traffic. I mean, you're going to love all that extra horsepower and torque. Corners aren't beat up, got a rear access ladder. 40 feet long, got the door awning. I mean, this thing's loaded with options, folks. Beautiful interior as well as the exterior. I mean, this is a nice motorhome. I mean, that you're going to love that Maxim chassis. I've only driven a few of the Maxim chassis, and every one of them, folks, they got the air suspension as well, and it's just got incredible ride and drive. But the turning radius can really impresses me. I mean, I can do a U-turn on one of these, and I mean, it's not much harder than a pickup truck. But anyway, let's look inside, folks. As we step inside here, like I said, I've got that air conditioner going. It's a basement air conditioner. It's 40% more efficient and 10% quieter than the roof-mounted airs. Plus, you don't have that stuff on your roof. Close this door real quick, save the air. You don't have those air conditioners on the roof because those shrouds, every few years, those plastic shrouds on the roof-mounted airs, they get brittle, they start busting. You got to replace them, and you don't have all that catching the wind. And another nice advantage of this lower rail chassis, it allows them to put a higher roof in here without raising the overall height of the RV very much. This has got a 7.5 foot roof, same roof height as the Alphas, and that's one thing the Alphas are known for is their interior roof height. Well, this has got the 7.5 foot interior roof. Beautiful RV, folks. I mean, leather furniture, ceramic tile floor, dishwasher, the works. Up here in the front, you've got a Sony backup camera with the 3 cameras, so when you turn your turn signals on, you've got side cameras as well as a rear camera. So it's built on the Maxim chassis, built by Freightliner, so you can always get it serviced at a Freightliner dealer if you need to, but it is designed by Winnebago engineers. 6-speed Allison 3000 adaptive transmission, 2-stage engine brakes, so you got a high and a low Jake brake, battery boost, air horns. Like I said, it's got a satellite system, got the smart trip computer, heated power mirrors, power sun visors, brake controller, dash air, generator. You can start and stop it from right here or in other places. The smart wheel, so you can turn your headlights on, turn your wipers on from the steering wheel. You don't have to search for complicated controls while you're driving. You've got everything right here at a touch. Dash is perfect. I mean, there's no claw marks or pick marks like people have when they have cats and dogs in their RVs. There's no smoke or pet odors in here, but like I said, there's no pick marks on the thing, so you know they haven't had animals in here. It's got the Panavision one-piece windshield that looks great. I've got one little crack down there in the corner, folks, and I'm not going to replace it because that doesn't interfere. That's probably been there for years, and I just don't want any surprises, but other than that, this windshield's perfect. Now, if you want us to replace this windshield, let your salesperson know. I'm not going to replace it for the price I'm selling it for because it's the lowest price in the country. Me, personally, I've owned a bunch of RVs. That right there is absolutely no concern, but I like to point it out because I don't want surprises any more than you do. But it's just a little bitty 5-6 inch crack right there in the corner. This thing 10 years from now is going to look exactly like that. It's not going to affect the drivability or functionality of this windshield whatsoever. But you got beautiful hardwood cabinetry, very contemporary styling. Got the Sirius equipped radio, CD player, Jensen audio system. It does have a subwoofer and surround sound. These are leather captain's chairs. Power, of course. You've got a inverter built in, 2,000 watt inverter. This is all, and this is what I like about Winnebagos, folks. I own one myself. Everything's in one spot. Your slide out controls are up front, and here's all your house equipment right here. And this is a really cool feature right here. This is the energy command by Awning. And what it is, if you're at shore power at a campground or at home, and your power ever goes out, that automatically, you can set it to automatically crank your generator. The benefit of that is if you've got somebody on a CPAP machine or an oxygen machine or something that requires constant 110 power, and the power goes out in the middle of the night when you're asleep, you don't have to worry about it. It cranks it right up. You're done. You got a solar battery charger built into it, factory. Beautiful kitchen area, and I took pictures with the dishwasher open and all that. But you've got a stainless steel stove top. This is a microwave convection oven combo, so you can bake in here. And be honest with you, folks, I put one of these in my Winnebago. It just had a microwave, and I put one of these convection ovens. Unless you're cooking a huge meal, if you're just cooking for 2 people, this is a whole lot easier to use than that gas oven. And you don't have to worry about flipping your food because it burns on the bottom like you do with a gas oven. So, you know, like I said, my next RV, I won't even care if it's got a gas oven. I mean, it's nice in some ways, but you know, for 1 or 2 people, unless you're cooking for the whole campground, you really don't need it. It does have the drawer dishwasher system. Got cutting boards that come out. These are Corian countertops, Corian backsplash, which is a man-made marble. You've got the 4-door, 13 cubic feet refrigerator freezer. And this is another thing. See this material on the panels? That's called the titanium touch, and that's actually designed by Winnebago. It looks like stainless steel, but it will not leave fingerprints like stainless steel refrigerators will. And it's got the built-in ice maker. Everything works good, folks. Let's walk on back. Lots of entertaining area right here, folks. You've got 2 can sit at the table, 2 theater-style leather seats, and then you got 2 right here on this leather sleeper sofa. This sofa is a power sofa. It makes a bed. You've got theater seating right here. 37-inch TV, which for 2008 was a pretty good sized TV in a motorhome. And you've got the table and chairs. You've got a ceiling fan, and notice all the real nice valance lighting. And this is cool. You got the big cabinets. That's like almost like a semi-transparent material. Looks like glass, but I think it's like fiberglass. But it's nice. Day-night shades and all the windows look great. Carpet looks great. Ceramic tile floor. There's no broken panels, and that's thanks to that air ride suspension. It's got the optional vacuum, central vacuum system. And I like all the curves, and it's got what, you know, this is kind of reminds me a lot of an Alpha. Because A, you've got the ceiling height, and C, you've kind of got the split hallway like an Alpha's got. You've got your bathroom. It's a walk-through bathroom on the right, and on your left, you've got the hall going to the bedroom with all the closet and storage. And that's pretty nice, folks. Got all the nice woodwork. You know, a lot of attention to detail that makes Winnebago famous. Not to mention their quality. Fiberglass top roof, so very, very little maintenance. Padded headliner. It's got the crowned roof, so you notice it's curved. So there's no standing water. Now, I know some of you may not like the dark colors in here. I personally like it because I like the dark cherry style wood and all the lights. I know it makes it seem a little darker in here, but to me it's got a really nice residential feel. The curved closets and curved cabinets look really nice. You got the curved wall across from it. Here in the back bedroom, you've got a Queen Island magic bed. This is an air mattress with his and her, or Comfort Select is what it is, and it's got his and her controllers. Got a little bench seat right here at the foot of the bed. Lots of room in here. Got a big TV, big closet, cedar line closet across the back. Got a ceiling fan in here, which is a nice touch. That's something I wish I had in mine. Washer and dryer combination. Doesn't look like it's ever been used like most of them, but it's there. And we're going to make sure everything on this RV works. It's going to go through a major systems check after purchase. We're going to check everything on it that we can on our checklist. It's going to include a 90-day nationwide limited warranty from the day you pick it up. And this is a nice motorhome, folks. I mean, I promise you. And I know $119,000 for a lot of you may be out of your price range, but when you look at what's out there in a 2008 diesel for $119,000, and compared to this, you're going to see this thing's a bargain. It's 20 grand underneath the NADA base retail with only 54,000 miles. That's not including all the options this thing has, and it's got tons of them. It's safe to say, folks, if I actually book this thing out and using the factory brochure to actually see what the true options are, not like most people do that add every little thing, that standard equipment is an option, but if you actually pull the factory brochure like I do and read it and see what's standard equipment and what's options, this thing's going to have about a $155,000 book. And I'm selling it for $119,000 with a warranty included. But anyway, we'll go over that here in a minute. Let's look at this walk-through bathroom. Look at this vanity area. This thing's huge. Got a big mirror. Again, notice the curved panels. Just gives it a nice residential feel. Residential style porcelain RV toilet. Glass surround shower. And thanks to the 7.5-foot ceiling, you don't have to have one of those skylights up there that you got to worry about leaking or cracking and breaking after it gets a few years old, like most RVs had. I'm 6'4". I mean, somebody taller than me can easily stand up in there. You got the little fold-down seat if you need it. Nice shower fixtures. Corian vanity back here. Looks great. Plenty of lighting. Ceramic tile floor in here, and look at all the drawers. I mean, if you need a big bathroom, folks, and a lot of storage, this is definitely one for you. And I like the solid style door too. It gives you a little bit more privacy. And you can completely shut off the bedroom and bathroom, so that's pretty neat too. Got slide out pantries. I mean, this thing's, if you can think it, if you can come up with it, this thing's probably got it. So it's pretty much got every option you could get in 2008. But anyway, folks, got a power recliner on the passenger seat as well, so you got optimal comfort for the passenger. And these are very soft leather chairs. Winnebago builds their own furniture, so that's another nice thing about them. They're one of the only brands that do that. Their own cabinets, their own furniture. And like I said, 80% of the parts on here, no matter how, if it's 20 years from now, you can still get parts for this. 80% of the parts anyway. Try doing that with other brands, folks. You're pretty much out of luck. Believe me, I run into that every day. But folks, this unit, and I'll show you the NADA so you know I'm not blowing smoke. And this is no added options. I never add options, folks, because I'm going to let you decide what you think it's worth. 40 TD 2008 Itasca Horizon, new base model, that's no options, $301,000. Average retail $140. It's got 54,000 miles. You've seen all the extra options. Here's what I want you to do, folks. If you want to know everything that I know about an RV, Google is your best friend. Google 2008 Itasca Horizon brochure. In this brochure, you're going to find pictures, information. This is where I get most of my information from if I don't know it from my 20 years of experience. This tells you options, what's standard, what's optional, and you'll know exactly, you'll know more if you download that brochure, you print it out or read it on your computer and study it. You're going to know more about the RV than the person selling it. Strongly recommend you do that. And just about 70-80% of all RVs in the market, you can find the factory brochure using Google if you look hard enough. I do it every day, folks. Very few do I not find a brochure for, unless they're like, 15, 20 years old, something like that. But I strongly recommend you do that, so that way you know just about as much about how they're built as we do. And of course, if you don't want to do that, folks, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you've got questions, you can call my salespeople. They're more than happy to look that brochure up, study it, and they can answer any questions you have on it if they don't already know it. And you can always email me too. I don't sell, folks, so I'm going to tell you right now, I do not take phone calls. I don't spend a lot of time behind a desk. I'm out here on the lot getting these things ready to put online and then putting them online. So I'm not at a phone very often. I can't take phone calls. I wish I could. I know some of you get frustrated because you try to call me, and I always say email me, because I do not take calls. I don't have time for it, because more time I spend on the phone, less time I'm doing shooting videos, and that nobody benefits from that. And I'm more than happy to email. If you want to email me direct, it's bo@, at parkwayrvcenter.com. Just like I said, folks, I'll respond to all my emails. I usually check my emails in the evening from home, and I'll answer every email you send me. If you want to send me comments, questions, whatever. Remember, I don't sell, so if you want to buy this thing, all I can do is turn you over to one of my non-commissioned salespeople. I get paid to do videos, folks. And you're going to love this motorhome in person. This thing is gorgeous. And I honestly believe the first person who looks at this motorhome, and this is in their price range, because I know a lot of you can't afford, and I understand, I'm the same way. I can't afford a $119,000 motorhome myself. I'd like to, but I can't. But for those of you who this is in your price range and in your budget, I seriously doubt you're going to find a nicer specimen in better condition for the price, especially how far under book it is. 54,000 miles with that 425 Cummins, which anybody that knows anything about diesels will tell you that's not even a concern. You got the adaptive 6-speed Allison transmission, the Maxim chassis, which you're going to love once you drive it. The turning radius, the ride and drive is incredible, folks. It's as good as the country coaches, if I had to compare it to something. The Dynamax country coach chassis, it reminds me a lot of that, the way it rides and drives, and those are one of the top driving chassis out there. $119,900, that's a haggle-free price, folks. Not trying to be difficult, but you got to understand, after purchase, this is what's going to happen. This is why our prices are haggle-free. After purchase, we're going to take this thing to our shop. We're going to go through a major systems check on this RV. We don't do them before purchase because that allows us to keep our overhead down, allows us to sell these things 20, 30 grand less than anybody else on the internet because we keep our overhead down. It keeps our prices down. Once this unit's sold, it's going to go through the back, and once it gets into the shop, it's going to go in line, and once it gets into the shop, it's going to have my techs go through this thing. They're probably going to spend a couple of days on it. We have a very extensive checklist. It includes, but not limited to, the running, the driving, includes the slide outs and jack functions, the awning functions, make sure all that stuff works great, includes the outside bays, fixing any of them, or making sure they all open and close and they're clean. We also check, we come inside, we check the generator, of course, we run it for several hours. We run the refrigerator for a minimum 24 hours on gas and electric. We check your furnace, we check your dishwasher, check your water heaters. We check, this has also got electric heat pump too, so you've got gas and electric heat, which is unusual. Most RVs just have gas heat. This has got both. We're going to check your heat pump, we're going to check your basement air, we're going to check your furnaces. We're going to check your central vacuum cleaner. We're going to check all your plumbing, all your propane systems, make sure there's no leaks in either one of them, make sure everything works, all your faucets, spigots, things like that. We're going to check your sofas, make sure they fold out in the beds like they're supposed to. We're going to check all your drawers and cabinets, make sure they latch, open and close like they're supposed to. We're going to check all your lights, all your plug-in receptacles, check your inverters, your converter. We're going to check all that, make sure the voltage is proper. We're going to check your batteries, make sure you got all your keys to it. We're going to check your ceiling fans, the mattress, and more. I mean, it's a pretty extensive checklist. Way more than most dealers you'll find will check on a 2008. And you get that 90-day nationwide limited warranty, all included for $119,900. Now, considering this is the lowest price 2008 Horizon 40 TD on the internet, and you get all those extra features that you have to pay thousands of dollars for on top of the advertised price at other RV dealerships, should be pretty enticing to you. Includes a walkthrough and a demonstration by my certified RV techs, the one that checked it out when you pick it up. 90-day warranty goes into effect. It's nationwide. It's through CoachNet, which is a nationwide, one of the biggest warranty underwriters in the business. They do all new forest rivers and more. So this is a great company. You're going to get a great warranty. You can extend it very, very affordably. Just ask your salesperson, and you can extend that warranty 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or probably more, and at a very affordable price. We don't mark warranties up. You pay whatever they cost us. You're going to get instructional DVD, starter kit, 45-day temp tag, $119,900 out the door, no extra fees. These other dealers charge you thousands in fees to provide the services that we give you. And anything on that checklist we find, folks, we fix it, no matter what it costs. Which I don't foresee this thing needing much of anything, but you never know. I'm not an RV tech. All I've done is plug it up, just turn the airs, the lights, and the fridge on. And if you want, and this is what I want you to do, folks, before you buy this unit, before you bid on eBay, before you buy it on any of the 20 plus different websites I advertise on, what I want you to do is call our non-commissioned salespeople. You're welcome to email us, but calls, get a lot better response. Call our non-commissioned salespeople and ask them for a copy of what we check out for the price that we charge, and repair if needed. Also ask them what the current lead time is for a Class A diesel checkout before you bid buy or want to fly down, look at this. That way there's no surprises. There's no surprises for us or you. And we're very straightforward, folks. That's why I showed you that little crack in the windshield. I don't hide anything because I don't have to. When you sell almost 600 used RVs a year like we do, and one of the largest, oldest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships in the entire country, we don't have time to deal with games, gimmicks, trouble, drama, or any of that stuff. So we put everything forward. We show you the good, the bad, anything wrong with it, and we give you the options. You know, you can take it as it is, or you can take it with the inspection, the warranty, and all that stuff. Now, if you want to take this unit as is, and that's strictly just like it sits, folks, no checkout, no warranty, no walkthrough, just basically we'll put the rooms in, crank it up, and you drive it off the lot. We will discount the price because it costs us a lot of money to have my RV techs check these things, and that warranty costs us a lot of money. So we have no problem at all discounting this unit if you don't want those services. But now you get one or the other. You can't have both. It's $119.9 with those services, and that's this. And folks, I don't care how far away you got to come to buy this. I don't care, you know, if you get here, and a lot of people like to do this, I don't understand it. It's haggle free, folks. It's the same price whether you buy this thing online or you come here in person and buy it. It doesn't matter to us. This thing's going to sell. And just for what I've seen online, there's nothing out there like it within 20 or 30 grand in an Itasca Horizon. This thing's underneath NADA base retail by over $20,000 and more. I mean, this is a motorhome, folks, that when you buy it, you've got 20, 30 grand in equity as soon as you drive it off the lot. Now, can you imagine paying over $300,000 for this motorhome brand new, using it for 54,000 miles, and losing $180,000? That's a lot. It's a big chunk of change to lose, folks. But that's exactly what the original owners did with this motorhome. They lost that. Sorry about that, folks. I had to do a battery change. Anyway, what I was getting at is the original owners, when they drove off the lot with this motorhome, lost almost $100,000 in 5 minutes. That's a lot of money, folks. A lot of money to lose. But anyway, that's why you're looking at a used one instead of a new one, because you're smart enough to know that that's the way to go. And now, used is not perfect, folks. There's going to be cosmetic imperfections like that little windshield, and you know, there may be some worn spots or scratch, ding or dent or stain, but that's just part of buying used, folks. When you look at how much money you're saving over the price of a new one, you can really overlook a lot of cosmetic imperfections. You know, this thing is as nice as it is, and as much as it's worth now, and much as it costs new, I mean, it's still a 9-year-old motorhome. So it has 9 years worth of age and use. That's what you get for saving 180 grand. But, you know, we don't hide the truth. We sell nothing but used RVs. We've got lots of them. And, you know, we can sell you one of these for what you'll lose on a brand new one in the first 6 months you own it. We can sell you one and you can pay for it free and clear most of the time for what you lost in 6 months in depreciation when you buy a new one. So, and folks, we've got the largest selection of used RVs in a 500-mile radius of Ringgold, Georgia, and that's a pretty big circle of influence. If you want to buy one in the Southeast, you want to see the largest in-stock selection of used RVs in one location, here it is. You know, we've been here 49 years. There's not much we haven't seen. We've sold to buyers from all 50 states, including multiple sales to Alaska and Hawaii. Our average buyer travels hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles away to buy from us. Folks, you know, even for those of you on the West Coast, you know, this is a $50,000 more money motorhome on the West Coast and in Canada. And that's why people travel here from I mean, we sell one every week to somebody in California, Washington, or Canada. I mean, we've sent hundreds of RVs to the West Coast in the 49 years we've been in business. Because you can fly in here to Chattanooga, here to the Southeast. Our prices are lower because the cost of living here is lower than any part of the United States. So that means our prices are lower. That attracts buyers from all over the United States. And thanks to the internet, folks, you know, you're not just competing with a few dozen local buyers in our area. You're competing with thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of buyers nationwide and beyond. People travel for these motorhomes, and this is the kind of deal you're going to save enough money that it's easy to justify traveling 2,000 or 3,000 miles to buy this motorhome, pick it up, and drive it home. Or we can help you arrange delivery. You know, we may use our drivers, we may put it on U-ship, just depends on how far away and how quick you want it. But anyway, folks, give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays is 423-605-6747. Our website is parkwayrvcenter.com. Also, you can email us sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. Please call before coming any distance to look, just to make sure it's still here. I never delete my YouTube videos because they help our Google search rankings, and that's why I leave them on there. So just because the video's up doesn't mean it's still here. In fact, most RVs I sell within a few days of posting the video. Example, I did a 2000 model Newmar Dutch Star. Today's Monday. I did it Saturday about noon. Within an hour and a half, a buyer from Colorado called, left a deposit in an hour and a half after the video was posted. And this morning, they wired us the remaining balance. It's bought and paid for. It's off the market. Just like an hour and a half, 90 minutes, folks, it was gone. Because our bargains are so nice, I mean, our prices are so low, we got great bargains, we got such nice RVs, and that's the benefit of buying from a dealer like us that's been doing this for almost half a century. We've got connections to buy these things before the big dealers get them, to get the cream of the crop, so to speak, before the other dealers get them, and we buy them in bulk, and we operate off a cash basis. In other words, we don't finance anything, we operate off our own money. So this allows us to keep our overhead down because we don't have to pay banks interest rate like other dealers do on floor planning and mortgages and stuff like that. You know, we don't, you know, we've got the cash flow. We're fortunate enough that we can buy these things 15 or 20 at a time, stroke a check for it, and allow us to negotiate a lot better deal than a dealer that has to floor plan it or finance it through the bank and can only buy a few at a time, where we can buy 15 or 20. So this allows us to get bulk discounts. That's why we sell them so cheap. We don't have commission salespeople, so there's no sales pressure, no games or gimmicks. Like I said, folks, you know, we don't have times. We've got 4 salespeople, non-commissioned. We sell almost 500 or 600 used units a year. We don't have time for games, gimmicks, trouble, or drama. So, you know, we put it to you straight out there with haggle-free prices. They're out-the-door prices plus sales tax. If you're a Georgia resident, all out-of-state residents will pay their state sales tax rate when they tag and title this motor home at their local DMV office. Georgia residents, of course, pay that TAVT tax, which is what replaced sales tax a couple of years ago. And if you're a Georgia resident, you want to know what your TAVT tax will be on this unit, just call our non-commissioned salespeople, and they'll be happy to look it up for you. And keep in mind, folks, there's no fees, no surprises, no games, no gimmicks. You bring cashier's check for $119.9 if you want the warranty and the inspection. You just bought you a motorhome. It's not $119.9 plus thousands and thousands of dollars in fees. Like I said, the only thing we have to charge is sales tax for Georgia residents, since we are the oldest licensed, bonded, and insured Georgia RV dealer in the whole state, have been for several years. Folks, give us a call. You're going to love the way we do business. We're the only dealership around that you can come out during business hours, look at 170 plus used RVs, completely unescorted, prices on the windshield. You can look at your own leisure. You don't have to go through a sales office and get pre-approved and you know, all that junk before they even let you on the lot like most dealers do. I mean, you come here, look around all you want. You can come out as many times as you want. And, you know, because we recognize that everybody buying an RV is an adult. We don't have to go out there and put a smoking gun to your head and tell you to buy. You know, we would rather you make that decision and then come to us. That way there's no sales pressure. There's no buyer's remorse that way. That's the way we've done it for decades, folks. No commission salespeople. Saves you a lot of money and a lot of stress. Anyway, folks, give us a call. 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Our website's parkwayrvcenter.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos just about every day. Never know one day to the next what I'm going to shoot, but keep in mind, just like that Dutch Star Saturday, these things can sell in a matter of hours. And just because we're not open doesn't mean somebody can't buy this thing on eBay. We sold 2 on eBay on Sunday when we were closed, because people click to buy it now, paid their deposit, and they're off the market. So these things are for sale 24/7. That's why I always put 2 contact numbers. I always put after-hours sales number. Now, folks, keep in mind we are on Eastern time. So if just because it's 6 o'clock where you live, like if you're on the West Coast, it's 9 o'clock here in the evening. If it's 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock there, it's midnight here. So he's not going to pick up the phone after about 10:30 our time. So keep that in mind. And you can also text that other number too, that 423-605-6747 if you want to. Anyway, give us a call, drop us an email. I promise you folks, if you come here in person, I've got such a large amount of inventory, you're going to find something you're going to want to buy. But thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.